I was just recently removed from my parents' custody and there's a big possibility I'll be moving in with my sister at the end of May. Her husband and I get along well. He's kinda reserved but really chill and has a good sense of humor. Every time I come to visit, we typically have a deep conversation about life, and it normally comes with confessions or asking opinions on things. So this time he was kinda buzzed and he started talking to me about Orange. I can't use her actual name for obvious reasons. Orange is our main protagonist. She's the reason this whole dilemma exists and why I'm now stuck in it. Orange is my sister's cousin who is actually insane. She's gone to jail several times and stole her aunt's car. There's plenty of other interesting things she's done, but kissing my sister's husband takes the cake. He told me that my sister was in the front seat and Orange and him were in the back after his birthday dinner. He went to put her seatbelt on and apparently their faces were close and she kissed him. When I heard this, my jaw dropped because I know my sister's last relationship ended with her husband cheating on her. I was chill about it and asked him if he kissed back. He said yes, but reiterated the fact he was very drunk. He said they talked about it after and she said sorry and that she was the problem and all that BS. He said it messed with his head for a while and I didn't even have to guess why. I said, is it because you were asking if you enjoyed it or were just drunk and she took advantage of you? He said NGL, when she kissed me it was like electricity. I then finished what he was saying, because it surprised you and wasn't supposed to happen. He agreed. Then I told him that she's insane and there's no way he'd want a future with her. Then he went on telling me how she flirts with him still and he's scared to be rude to her in case she runs her mouth. Long before all of this, he texted me the night of his birthday and told me she was rubbing up on him, and even his dad noticed and said something because it was weird. We talked a lot about it and I told him a lot of it was probably hormones. I don't think he would ever have intercourse with her, but the whole thing was weird. He said he didn't want to tell my sister because her and Orange just started getting along again and she would probably lose her mind. Also, all of that is sensitive because of her past relationship. The whole family would be broken up and it would be horrible if anyone found out, and we both agreed on that. He then told me that I was the only person he's told about the situation. At this point I am like, what the F*** do I do? If I tell my sister it could lead to divorce, and this would happen right before I move up there and it would be chaos. Also, if I don't tell her and somehow she finds out, I knew that would end our relationship. I love her so much, but Orange and her husband never see each other anyways and they're never alone together, and I figured if I'm there I'll be able to keep an eye on it. I love my sister more than anything, but I really don't want to see her go through a divorce if I can help it. I am happy he trusts me to tell me this, and if something else happens I'll tell my sister. Am I in the wrong? I am 15, my sister's husband is in his late 30s and my sister is 38, and IDK how old Orange is, but she's younger. Edit, since more people are reading this. ! This is really oversharing, but none of you know me so it's okay. A few nights before he told me about the kiss, I was playing games on his PC and I downloaded a Minecraft skin and was searching for the file to make it my skin, and I came across TBE forbidden file. It was under pictures so I didn't think anything of it and clicked it. Then I saw a bunch of porn and his dick pics. I immediately clicked off and I was debating saying something to someone, but I didn't think it would do any good. I did look at the time he made it because it could have been a while and he forgot about it since I play on his PC every time I come over. They live out of state so it's not often. When I looked it was made a month ago. So there's no way he forgot about it. Also, it seemed really weird he had his own stuff on his computer. Anyways, this just adds sorry if this overwhelmed anyone. A lot of people have been saying it's inappropriate for him to tell me this stuff, but he has told me his body count and about his relationships and some sexual stuff he's done, but nothing crazy. At first he'll say nah NBM I can't tell you. Then out of curiosity I'll say, you can't just tease someone with info like that. Then he'll tell me. It's not like he does it in a weird way, but now that I look back at it, that is kinda whack. It's come to my attention it sounded like I was covering for him. Well, I am not whatsoever. I just tried to say things objectively. I know what he's done is fucked up. It's currently been 48 hours since he told me, so I haven't been keeping my mouth shut for a long time. I have absolutely no intention of doing anything weird with my brother-in-law. That's so gross. People are asking why I didn't say that. Telling me all of that was inappropriate. I try not to judge people when they vent about things regardless of who they are and what they're talking about. Yes, there are boundaries and they've been crossed, and some of these comments are definitely bringing that to my attention. But to anyone who wants to comment advice or an opinion, go for it. I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. I did not. I've been in the car with my sister the whole time. I texted her husband and asked him in a low-key way if he was gonna tell her. This is his response. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but honestly it happened a while ago and she hasn't really done anything since. I think she was just drunk and doesn't know how to hold herself together. I just kinda avoid her and I don't think it's worth disrupting everything. Do you plan on saying something? I plan on replying and saying it's not my place, but I think he should, especially since it happened a while ago. You guys have helped me. Also made me contemplate life at points. If he doesn't say anything, I plan on telling my sister everything. Update again, I feel very hot and it's hard to breathe. It's so weird being next to her. You guys have really made it clear to me that the situation is fucked up. I plan on telling her soon and I'm really nervous. I think I'ma talk to my friends at school tomorrow about it. I've been trying to respond to everyone and thanks for all the honesty. If I take a break or stop replying SBC, it's kinda overwhelming. ATM. Have a blessed day, everyone. Okay guys, so I've gotten better as far as mentally, so I am gonna copy and paste my conversation with her husband. Keep in mind, I am still acting like I am not going to say anything and that everything is cool so that I can get as much evidence as possible. Me. I'm so not excited to go back to fucking school, bro. Me. Also, are you gonna tell my sister in the future apt the kiss W, orange, or do you think she'll lose her shit then too? Him. I bet. I wouldn't want to either. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but honestly it happened a while ago and she hasn't really done anything since. I think she was just drunk and doesn't know how to hold herself together. I just kinda avoid her and I don't think it's worth disrupting everything. Do you plan on saying something? Me. It's not my place to say anything. IDK if she'd be mad. I think you should eventually say something, because if orange says anything or fucked, and I'll definitely be fucked too if she finds out I knew. Him. Well, I really shouldn't have told you and I'm sorry for that. But I promise I'd never say anything about you knowing. I wouldn't ever think of doing something like that to you. Me. Thanks, but do you plan on telling her? I just think shit will hit the fan if orange says something and she seems to still feel something for you. Him. She does. I didn't even really talk to her that much. To be honest with you, I don't think orange will say anything. That's mainly because she is just like emotionally stunted and likes to stay in her own world. I mean, I don't even talk to her outside of family stuff. I guess I'm just kinda stuck still thinking about what the best thing to do is. Me. Yeah, IDK, but based on her past behaviors, it's stupid to assume anything she might do, especially if the nature of it is reserved and calm. Him. Yeah, I know, but I'm going to deal with it. Besides, I have zero interest in her. I think she may have gotten the hint. I never pursued her after that night also. I have yet to respond. It's really hard to not go off on him. But I don't want to escalate things. RN. Hey, it's been a few hours and it feels like a lot on my chest and I want to tell someone. The family I am staying with is a good Christian family that somewhat has their shit figured out and I love them. I took the pictures for their kids' baby shower and stuff. I want to tell the mom of the family because I can trust her not to say anything but give me good advice on what to do. Like most of you, she will probably say to tell my sister or take on the responsibility of doing it herself. I am nervous about this because A. If I were my sister I wouldn't want my personal info out, but they might find out after everything blows up anyways. B. It might burden the mom in a big way. She has a lot on her plate with raising her 17-year-old who's homeschooled. I don't want to burden her with anything. This is just a thought, but I seriously don't know what to do. I plan on telling my sister, guys. So I just called my sister and told her. She told me to calm down because I was kind of freaking out. I only told her about the fact her husband kissed Orange, her cousin. That was when she was weirded out about the fact he told me. 15F. She seemed kind of calm about it, but like she was about to do something, and she said call me back when you get home. Then when I got home I texted her I was home in case her and her husband were in a heated discussion. Then about 30 minutes later she called me and asked if there was anything else I needed to tell her. I then told her everything, which she then proceeded to kind of brush everything off. She addressed him kissing Orange was because he was drunk and didn't have a lot of control. She addressed the fact he told me all the things like his body count and his sexual relationships with others was because he isn't used to having kids around and that I'm normally over on holidays and that's when people are drinking. She addressed the pictures on his computer as, he's a dude, and didn't seem concerned about it. She didn't seem like she knew though. Towards the end of the call she said that she hopes I still had a fun time and that she's sorry I was in the middle of this. She told me everything was fine and said that she hopes this doesn't sway my decision to move from home state to go live with her. Interpret this how you will, but I found her reaction really odd. For the fact we were watching Wolf on Wall Street because her husband said it was good and she freaked out because of the scenes. She then got mad at the fact he said it was a good movie for me to watch with them. To me this is just weird. Why would she get so upset about that and then let all this slide? Some of my friends said that she's probably still processing things, while others said that she probably got manipulated by him and he smoothed it all over after I called her and told her the first thing in the car. I just told the parents of the family I'm staying with and they encouraged me to tell her before and they are surprised by her reaction as well. They are also very concerned for my safety with him. My foster mom basically said I shouldn't be in a room alone with him or go on his computer. That is in my room. I am honestly having second thoughts on moving, but I don't have a big choice. I want to ask my foster parents if I can stay with them longer, which I don't think they'd have a problem with, but before I thought about asking the dad raised concerns, but the mom said I should go because that's my family. I really don't want to live in fear or anything, plus it's going to be extremely awkward and I don't want my sister to ever change and get mad at the fact I'm distant from him while I'm up there. Normally I would say she wouldn't get upset with me for something like that, especially after everything he said to me, but based on her reaction I just don't know, it felt very odd and unlike her. Overall, I don't know what to do, but I don't feel comfortable with him, but my options are slim. Let me know what you Gus are thinking about this IDK. What to do? Update ! She texted me this. I would like to further understand the conversations you and her husband had that are making you feel uncomfortable. What initiated the talking about sex and body counts? Like what kind of situation is it? Were you all talking like you would with your friends and he just didn't steer the conversation away like he should have? Or do you feel like he was being intentionally inappropriate? I'm just trying to understand so I can ask him about it. This was my response. Okay, we would just be talking about life and I'd talk about school and like into each other's past and stuff kinda. I really don't remember the body count one since it was so long ago. But the stuff about Orange, I asked him to fill me in on since I remembered what he randomly texted me about on his birthday night, that Orange was rubbing up on him. That's when this time he told me about the kiss, which was new, but apparently it happened the same night. I was asking to see if anything else happened that he didn't tell me because I don't think he told you, and it was weird how he talked about her. I don't want to say he was being intentionally inappropriate. But it was weird, and I asked why he didn't tell his friends this, and he said that a lot of his close friends had pasted. At first I was uncomfortable, but I didn't want to tell you because I felt like I would have been betraying the trust he put in me to not say anything, and especially since he didn't tell anyone else. Now that I look back at it, the whole thing was uncomfortable and it was odd he told me all of this stuff. I then sent her the SS of him telling me about Orange rubbing up on him and stuff. Her response is, I just wish I would have known how you all talk like this as it happens. You obviously both think of each other as friends and that is just not appropriate, Bree. He is the adult, so this is his responsibility to manage, but how you all communicate is not okay. I feel like I really let you down by not managing this correctly. I'm just so very sorry. I never want you to feel uncomfortable in my house. Her husband struggles with finding his role with you. He's never been a parent figure, and I think he just wants you to feel accepted by bonding however he can. I've talked to him and he is not drinking anymore because that obviously affects his judgment. I love you and you are my number one. But none of that even matters. I want to know how you feel. Are you okay? Do you feel like you are uncomfortable around him, or that he is not an okay person anymore? I appreciate you talking to me today and letting me know what's on your mind. He should not have visited that on you, and we are both sorry that it caused you stress. I love you. I responded to the second to last paragraph and said, yes. I didn't say much because I am tired and about to go to sleep. She then said, which question are you answering? And I'm asking you to please not consider what he did with Orange. That is between me and him. I'm talking about how you feel around him. I haven't responded cause I have to wake up for school at 5 a.m. and really don't want to deal with this RN. Here's my thoughts so far. I'm happy she realizes it as inappropriate. There's a lot of excuses, though, and I don't appreciate it at all. I haven't gotten an apology from him, which I'm expecting she'll make him right, but I really don't want one. She states in her number 1 and everything, so it's weird she's not really holding him super accountable. This could be because she obviously doesn't want to have issues or ill thoughts about her husband, and I get that. But it still doesn't change or suppress who he is and the behaviors he's showing. I could go on and analyze these texts, but I don't have the time or energy right now, and I really don't want to because this is already unexpected of her, and I don't want to assume anything about her intentions or what she's gonna do about it. To me, it just doesn't look that great for me.